Hello friends, welcome back to another Happiness Diaries video vlog. In case you're new here, hi, hello, my name is Irene. I'm a mindful growth coach, creator, and positive psychologist, and here on this channel we talk about all things mindful self-development, journaling, nervous system regulation, self-discipline, and a lot more. So if that's your vibe, make sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss any future videos. And if you want more resources to help you grow more mindfully, check out the Happiness Diaries journal, my Instagram, as well as our Journal Cafe events over at Waves of Thoughts. This week is going to be such a full week for me. On Friday, it's International Happiness Day, the first day of spring, and the new astrological year also begins. Plus, on that day, I decided to launch a project that I've been working on for over a year now, the Mindful Go-Getters Club. And then the day after, we have our Journal Cafe, which is our monthly journaling and community event. This month, we're going to be talking about small habits and tiny steps that add up. So happy launch week! I figured I would take you all with me on a few days in my life here in Zagreb on a very locked in kind of week business-wise, with lots of goals and projects and things finally coming to fruition. And this way I can show you the pre, during, and post launch as someone who prioritizes a lot, balancing self-growth with self-care. Time for the pour. So I really hope you enjoyed today's video and let's get into it. Doing my plan for the week ahead, and I wanted to quickly talk about something that I've been noticing happening a little too often, which is that girls who are very ambitious, most often than not, have the tendency to overplan a little bit. They stay stuck in setting goals, organizing their Notion, color coordinating their schedule, and just creating so many different action plans. And then a small minority that actually ends up following through on these plans, they end up burning out, feeling overwhelmed, and not seeing the results that they want, because during the planning phase they created an action plan that was a little bit too optimistic. And by optimistic I mean completely unrealistic. This week will be very full for me, but I don't want to set up myself for failure right from the start. So let me share with you what I did to create a schedule for the week ahead that actually feels realistic and also balanced. Number one, I set my top priorities for the week. Not a list of 15 different priorities, but actually the top 3 things that are very important and very urgent for me to do this week. Number 2, I scheduled in my non-negotiables. So for me, that's uploading one YouTube video and the whole process behind uploading the video, planning, filming, editing, all of that, creating content for my socials, and also updating the journaling library, which I do every single Monday. This library has been living on my Substack, but it will also be a part of our Mindful Go-Getters Club. And of course, we gotta keep it balanced and adding in those moments to practice self-care. So working out, grocery shopping, of course I'll always start my days with journaling, meditation, lots of yoga as well, but just a few different activities to help me rest and help me refocus and help me refine my balance. And then lastly, very, very, very important, even though right now I have so many different goals, for example, also studying for my yoga teacher training, I want to be realistic with my own energy levels and I want to work with and not against myself. So this week, instead of spreading myself thin over different projects or different goals, I will be focusing solely on the club launch. So this week very much has lock-in kind of vibes, but keep it mindful, keep it balanced, and ensuring that self-growth meets self-care, ambition meets alignment, and success and progress meets nervous system regulation. We've made some really good progress today. I actually ended up not filming that much because today was one of those days when you're just staring at the screen for the whole day, sitting down, just getting things done. And indeed, got a lot of stuff done. Today I did some final edits for the landing page of the Mindful Go-Getters Club. Also updated the journaling library, sent an email inviting everyone on my mailing list for the 3 events that are happening this week: the Instagram live, the launch of the club, and the journal cafe, and also created and scheduled some content for my Instagram. I even took some breaks, but I'm just feeling a little bit tired and my brain is feeling a little bit fried as well, which are signs that we need to take a break. It's so important for you to understand what your limits are and also for you to be able to recognize these warning signs that your body and your nervous system are giving you that you need to pause for a little bit. It's almost like a magic power, knowing when to push and when to pause, and your body is always giving you the signs. You just need to listen, because if you don't, you know what happens. You push, you get overwhelmed, drained, maybe burn out, and then you know that to return to that baseline it takes way more effort than if you had just taken a break. So I've changed into my workout clothes. I'm going to get to the gym, move my body, and I also want to get some grocery shopping done so I have some healthy meals to fuel me throughout the week.
We're gonna play the game. Yes, How much do you think it is?
Let me try it. 2.5 kilos.
Pretty strong, so it's like milligrams for me, but I think this might be kilo and 100. Kilo and 100.
Alright, let's see.
Moment. Okay, I was off, but you were offered.
I was very off.
Guess I'm in the gas.
Test, 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 test. Okay. And we're ready to go. 3, 2, 1. Should I add the journals here in the back? Let's try it out. Just these ones. These are the ones I'm using now anyway. Okay, let's do this. Fit presentation, check. Background, check. Audio, test, test. Check. Let's do this. Well, hello friends! Today is Wednesday. I've got an extra ready today, even curled my hair, added a little bit of makeup, which is something that I haven't done in literally months. I think this year I've added mascara maybe once, which is crazy because it's almost the end of March. But if you watched some of my last videos, you might know that over the last year and a half, I've been struggling a lot with my skin. And so I decided not to wear any makeup, just to let my skin breathe and not to irritate it anymore. But today I wanted to get extra ready because this is the aftermath. The goal for today was to film a trailer for the Mindful Go-Getters Club. I had the idea to film a really cool trailer, movie-like premiere trailer kind of vibe, and it's so cool to now see that idea come to fruition, going from idea to planning to execution, you know, to actually finally taking the action steps. So here we go, the setup. I think the recording went really well, but I'm very excited and curious to see how the final product is going to look like, you know, after I add the B-roll and the effects and the text and the music and all of that stuff. But the stage of recording, very successful. Now I'm gonna put all of this stuff away back in its rightful place, and I have some B-roll to film, and then later on I've agreed to go meet a friend at a cafe, so that should be really nice to catch up and also to take a little bit of a break from work and from thinking about this launch and planning and executing and figuring out so many other little details to make sure that the launch goes smoothly. Yesterday I actually had some complications with the landing page. I decided to vibe code some extra details to add a cool countdown with some launch bonuses and also to edit the buttons for the pricing for the different tiers and whatnot. And I ran into a few complications, which was not fun, but we stayed patient and we stayed calm, which was only possible because instead of being in a state of rush and overwhelm and grind, I always make sure to also prioritize myself amongst all the goals. So we did it. The landing page is also ready to go. Everything is slowly coming together, which is so exciting. Today's Friday, which means happy first day of spring, happy World International Happiness Day, and also happy start of a new astrological year. But most importantly, happy launch day! At the start of last year, I had some virtual coffee chats with a few girls from our community. And in all of those chats, literally every single one of these girls mentioned that they're lacking community and accountability. You know, some of them even admitted to me that they have these big dreams, these big goals, but they're scared to even say them out loud to their friends, to their family, to their closest people. And to be honest, I kind of get that, because for the longest time I wanted to start this YouTube channel, I wanted to have my own business, but I was so scared to put myself out there and also even to share these goals with the closest people to me. I remember in 10th grade, our teacher asked if anyone in the class wanted to be a YouTuber, and all parts of me were like, yes, I want to create content. But of course, I didn't say it out loud. I was so scared of what other people would say, of classmates judging me, but even my best friend at the time that was sitting next to me, I was scared of what she would also say. And also, I did not grow up surrounded by entrepreneurs, business owners, content creators, of course. So I fully get the feeling a bit alone in your ambitions and in your big goals, not really having anyone to share them with, to celebrate the big steps that you take and all these milestones, but also to support you when you're having a low moment, because no one is really building something like you are, and therefore no one can fully resonate and understand what you're going through. So I get that fully. And because I kept seeing these two missing pieces recurring, happening, being mentioned over and over again in our community, in DM conversations, even with coaching clients, I decided to build a room for us. The Mindful Go-Getters Club is the space for the ambitious girlies, but without a circle that fully gets them and that pushes them higher. It's been a bit of a busy week, of course, with the launch happening today. Lots of final details to prepare, but honestly, I'm really glad that I managed to create such a balanced flow. In the past, whenever I had a big project or a big launch coming up, I would lock in, but in such an extreme way that by the time the launch or deadline would come, I would feel so drained and so tired and so overwhelmed that I wouldn't even have energy to celebrate the big achievement that I had just had. And obviously because of that, because I didn't get to celebrate that moment, I would instantly start looking for the next big thing that I wanted to achieve. But honestly, for this one, it feels so different. I feel like this launch comes from such a grounded and calm and embodied place. My goal is always to walk the talk. I will never share anything that I don't personally do myself. And it's so nice to see how different this experience has been, and also to feel how different it has been. Everything is basically ready to be launched, to be shared in a few hours. I just need to finalize the trailer. I'm making such cool edits for the trailer. I will also share it here on YouTube so you can see it. So that is basically the last piece of the puzzle, and then we will be ready to share this beautiful space with everyone and to welcome the first wave of Mindful Go-Getter girlies into the club. Hours later, and I think we're ready to go. The trailer has been uploaded onto YouTube, and I've double, triple, like quadruple checked everything. The landing page, the resource library. I've also done a trial sign up just to make sure that the sign up process goes smoothly. So we're going to together press the upload button and send the Mindful Go-Getters Club out into the world. Okay, and we are on. 1, 2, 3, girls. Let's do a little heart. Yes, cute.
Oh my